Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about how gadgets are going to work in Battlefield 2042. So, of course, we don't have a lot of information. We still haven't really gotten much communication since DICE and EA announced the delay of Battlefield 2042. It's been pushed back by about 4 weeks, and some of the developers have been tweeting out different things, but nothing really pertaining to the game other than kind of what they're working on. It's just very light tweeting. It's nothing of consequence, really. So we're still kind of waiting for that big drop of some gameplay, or maybe the specialist reveals. There's supposed to be 5 more specialists coming. We'll just see what this next week brings. Hopefully we'll hear something pretty soon. We still haven't gotten any beta dates either. Everybody was freaking out because they were getting codes from PlayStation about joining the beta on the 22nd, and that's not going to be, I mean, I'm assuming because all of this was so last minute that they just didn't get that changed in time or something like that. There's a lot of systems in place when it comes to that. But anyway, so a lot of you have seen the leaked alpha footage, so you kind of know what the UI currently looks like. That doesn't mean it's going to stay that way. I don't know exactly if they're going to be tweaking it or changing it, but for the most part, you get your primary weapon, your secondary weapon, your specialist ability, a gadget, and a throwable, so like grenades and stuff. Now, the gadgets are very interesting because if you look back to, say, Battlefield 5, you get 2 gadgets. I think throughout the entire Battlefield franchise, as far as I can remember, you usually would get 2 gadgets. So you could have a repair tool and a RPG if you're an engineer on Battlefield 4, for instance. But what it looks like this time around is you're only going to be getting 1 gadget slot. The other second gadget slot is going to be the specialist ability, which kind of makes sense. You've got a grapple hook from McKay, which is specific to him, so that's going to take up a slot. I mean, if you had a grapple hook, an RPG, and a repair tool, that would be, I guess it would be considered overkill. I'm assuming they've done testing with this kind of stuff. Not all of the specialist abilities are going to be traversal type abilities. You know, you've got the wingsuit and the grapple hook, but you're also going to have support. So for Boris, he's got his turret. Irish has the ability to drop armor plates. So it's going to be a big mix, and it's going to be very important that they get the balancing right on this so that we're not stuck with a one specialist meta that people discover and just kind of spam the same thing over and over again. I'm hoping that the balancing is going to be good, but we might end up finding that out the hard way. But we did get a little information from our favorite Twitter account, Temporal. He's got some more mine data that he found in the playtest files. And it says, an overview of the specialist independent gadgets based on Battlefield 2042's playtest. I've included the corresponding UI slots as reference. The throwable supply gadget seems to be connected to a specialist or supply bag, therefore not part of the list. And he got the images from Battlefield 4 and Google, of course, because we don't have really anything to go off of. So if we zoom in, you can kind of see what I'm talking about. So we've got the primary, the secondary weapon, and then you get to the gadgets, and then the throwables. So the throwables will be something like C4 or proximity sensor, which I think before, the proximity sensor I can't be 100% sure on, that was considered a gadget. So it kind of seems like they're mixing and matching the gadgets and grenades. C4 is considered a grenade now as opposed to a gadget. But then you have your standard frag grenade, incendiary, and an EMP grenade. That's pretty interesting. And then we've seen the other gadgets before, the medical crate, supply crate, anti-tank mine, repair tool, all those different kinds of gadgets we've seen in past Battlefields. And so it's not going to be quite as free as I imagined at first. So you can only select either the medical crate or a launcher, as opposed to being able to select both. And I guess in a way that's used for balancing. That would kind of make sense to me for balance purposes. But this just kind of makes me think, what kind of other specialists are we going to get that have tools that we can use that will be useful? I'm going to guess there's going to be a meta when it comes to the specialist and the combination of gadget that you use. Plus, you know, you got your C4, maybe your proximity sensor or EMP grenade. Those can kind of be mix and match too, even though they are just throwables. They're not considered gadgets. I can't imagine that it's going to be easy to balance this kind of stuff. Hopefully they've got it sorted out, but I'm sure that we're going to find that the balancing when it comes to gadgets and specialists might be a little off in the beginning, but we'll have to find that out. We don't know anything, so we really need DICE to come out and say something. It's been far too long at this point. The way I kind of look at it is when they announced the delay, they kind of bought themselves about a week. You know, okay, they're going to delay it. That's fine. You got about a week, and then we need some communication because this whole marketing has gone down the tubes. We need something. Trickle it out. Give it to us. But the week is still young, my friends. The week is still young, and we don't know what's just around the corner. So until they come out with something new, I'm going to be doing my best to find what I can to share with you. Again, no confirmed dates for the beta just yet, but I believe that the rumored dates are October 6th, at least for early access. That's kind of iffy on that one. But I think we're going to be getting some gameplay pretty soon. There's been rumors in the Twitterverse of people meeting for events that might have Battlefield at the event. I'm getting pretty tired of speculating at this point, though. So come on, DICE. Let's go. Giddy up. Don't be Cyberpunk. okay? Cyberpunk hyped their game up for 13 years or something like that. They had to delay it a few times, and it still wasn't ready when it came out. So take the time that you need, but make sure that you're communicating with us so that we know. Don't fake it till you make it. There should be no issue in sharing some things with us if you're only doing like polishing, as you say. But I digress. What do you guys think about this whole gadget system? Are you okay with the specialist abilities taking up an original second gadget slot? Or would you rather there not be any specialist abilities at all and there be 2 gadget slots? Also, stay tuned to the channel because we're going to be doing some live streams. Played some Battlefield 4 last night. Probably going to play again tomorrow. We're going to hit Insurgency Sandstorm because that's coming out soon to PlayStation 5. And this weekend, we have the Halo Infinite Flight that's coming out. I got the invite, so we're good to go on that. Normally, guys, I'm not going to post a lot of non-Battlefield 2042 content on here. That was my goal, but ever since the delay and the lack of communication by DICE, it's pretty much been impossible to keep up with only Battlefield 2042 type news and stuff like that. We don't have any things to break down, really. All the things that we have to break down, we've broken down. The best information that we've gotten have all been speculation and rumors, as you know, if you've been keeping up with the situation, that is. So we're going to branch out just a little bit. As soon as we get more intel on Battlefield, it's coming your way. So stay tuned. Make sure you hit subscribe. If you like this video, leave a like. If not, leave a dislike. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.